Today's topic GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease. Definition: American College of Gastroenterology. Symptom or mucosal damage produced by abnormal reflux of gastric content into the esophagus, often chronic and relapsing. May see complication of GERD in patients who lack typical symptom. Physiological and versus pathological. Physiological GERD, postprandial, short-lived, asymptomatic, no nocturnal symptom. And pathological, symptom present, mucosal injury, and natural symptom also present. A lower esophageal sphincter, intrinsic distal esophageal muscles tonically contracted, muscular sling, figure of gastric cardiac, diaphragmatic crura, and transmitted pressure of the abdominal cavity. तो इधर लोअर esophageal sphincter. Pathologically, primarily barrier to gastroesophageal reflux is the lower esophageal sphincter. Lower esophageal sphincter normally work in conjunction with the diaphragm. If the barrier disrupted, acid goes from stomach to esophagus. So this is the pathological condition. The diagram, pathophysiology of GERD, impaired esophageal clearance. Second, hiatal hernia. Third is transparent inappropriate relaxation of lower esophageal sphincter. Impaired salivary function, impaired esophageal mucosal defense, reduced resting pressure of lower esophageal sphincter, and delay gastric empty, and gastric acid pepsin secretion normal or raised, and other is pyloric incompetence due to no gastric reflexes. So this is the pathophysiological condition in GERD. The diagram is so. And second is hiatal hernia and reflux. So lower esophageal symptom, pressure of a low, gastric pouch, intrathoracic reservoir, and diaphragm, no esophageal pinch. So this is the pathophysiological condition in GERD. Symptom of GERD: first, esophageal symptom like heartburn, dysphagia, odynophagia, regurgitation, and belching. So these are esophageal symptoms. Another is extraesophageal symptom like cough, wheezing, hoarseness, sore throat, globus sensation, and epigastric pain, and non-cardiac chest pain. So these are the extra esophageal symptom of GERD. This diagram shows a part of gastric. First esophagus, second lower esophageal sphincter, and middle is stomach, and lower is duodenum. The symptom predominantly, first main common symptom heartburn in 80% cases, regurgitation 54%, abdominal pain 29%, cough 27%, dysphagia for solid 23%, hoarseness 21%, belching 15%, aspiration 14%, wheezing 7%, and globus 4%. So these are the predominant symptoms of GERD. Factors that can aggravate GERD: first, diet, caffeine, fatty or spicy food, chocolate, coffee, peppermint, citrus, alcohol. These are the aggravating factor of GERD. Second, position activities like bending, straining, and next is external pressure like pregnancy, tight clothing. So these are the aggravating factor for GERD. This picture is his eating habit, spicy foods, fast food, and spicy and diagnostic evaluation. If the classical symptom of heartburn and regurgitation exist in the absence of alarm symptom, the diagnosis of GERD can be made clinically and treatment can be initiated. So, diagnostic evaluation is mostly diagnosed by clinically. Patient taken proper history and proper examination. Alarming signs and symptoms like dysphagia, early satiety, GI bleeding, odynophagia, vomiting, weight loss, iron deficiency anemia. So these are the symptoms of alarming signs and symptoms. iron deficiency, weight loss, vomiting, odynophagia, GI bleed, early satiety, dysphagia. These are the symptoms and signs. Next, diagnostic test for GERD: barium solo. First is barium solo. Second, endoscopy, diagnostic endoscopy, and ambulatory pH monitoring. The important part of GERD: impedance pH monitoring and esophageal manometry. So these are the diagnostic tests for GERD. First, barium solo. Barium solo is useful first diagnostic test for patient with dysphagia. You see the picture. In this picture, they see that structure is located in mass, hiatal hernia. So these are the diagnosed by barium solo: structure, mass, and hiatal hernia. लिमिटेशन, इसके भी कुछ लिमिटेशन है बेरियम सोलो के. डिटेल म्यूकल एग्जामिनेशन फॉर इरोसिव इसोफेजाइटिस और बैरेट इसोफेजाइटिस डिफिकल्टी. एंड सेकेंड इज इंडोस्कोपी. इंडिकेशन ऑफ इंडोस्कोपी: alarm symptom. Second, empirical therapy failure. Next is pre-operative evaluation, and next is detection of Barrett esophagus. The picture show of endoscopy. First is normal. Second, erythema present, and third is isolated erosion, and next is confluent erosion. Another picture is show circumferential erosion. Another is a structure and Barrett esophagus. Last picture show the Barrett's esophagus. So these are endoscopic picture. Next, esophago gastroduodenoscopy, endoscopy with biopsy if needed in patient with alarm sign symptom, those who have failed a medical trial, those who require long-term treatment. The indication of esophagogastroduodenoscopy. Absence of endoscopic feature does not exclude a GERD diagnosis. Allow for detection, stratification and management of esophageal manifestation or complication of GERD. So these are the useful for esophagogastroduodenopathy. Next is pH. 24-hour pH monitoring is a physiological study. Accepted standard for stabilizing or excluding presence of GERD for those patients who do not have mucosal changes. The accepted standard for stabilize or exclude presence of GERD for those patients who do not have mucosal changes. By endoscopy, transnasal catheter और वायरलेस कैप्सूल सेव डिवाइस. ये एम्बुलेटरी 24 pH मॉनिटरिंग है. नॉर्मल pH ग्राफ सो अपर साइड एंड GERD ग्राफ इज लोअर साइड. नेक्स्ट esophageal manometry. Limitation role in GERD. Assess less pressure, lower esophagus sphincter pressure, location and relaxation. तो इसमें हम assess करते हैं lower esophagus sphincter pressure and location and relaxation. Assist placement of 24-hour pH catheter. Assess peristalsis prior to anti-reflux surgery. Next is treatment. Goal of therapy. First is symptomatic relief. Second, heal esophagitis. Third is prevent and treat complication. Fourth is maintain remission. So these are goal of therapy. Symptom relief, heal esophagitis, prevent, treat and complication and maintain remission. So first is life modification. Life modifications will weight reduction if overweight. Second, avoid clothing that is tight around the waist. So most important is weight reduction. The most important for life modification. Modify diet. Eat more frequent but smaller meals. Avoid fatty and fried food and avoid peppermint, chocolate and also avoid alcohol, carbonated beverage, coffee, tea, onion and garlic. So these are the food to possibly to avoid in GERD symptom. Patient have a GERD symptom. Another is stop smoking. Elevated head of bed 4 to 6 inches. Avoid eating within 2 to 3 hours of bedtime. This is the important part. Avoid eating with 2 to 3 hours before the bedtime. This is the first life modification. Second is treatment by medication. First is antacid, quick but short lived relief, neutralize HCl acid. This is the mechanism of antacid. Approx 1/3 of patients with heartburn related symptom use at least twice weekly. More effective than placebo in relieving GERD symptom. The first use is antacid for neutralization of HCl. Second, histamine H2 receptor blockers, more effective than placebo and antacid for relieving heartburn in patient with GERD. The histamine H2 receptor is more effective than placebo and antacid for relieving heartburn in patient with GERD. Faster healing of erosion, esophagitis when compared with placebo. The faster healing of erosion esophagitis compared with placebo can be used regularly or on demand. Next, collaborative care like prokinetic drugs use promote gastric emptying and reduce risk of gastric acid reflux. This drug is a prokinetic and promote gastric emptying. Next, proton pump inhibitor. Proton pump inhibitor better control of symptoms with proton pump inhibitor versus H2 receptor antagonist and better remission rates. Faster healing of erosion esophagitis. Faster healing of erosion esophagitis with proton pump inhibitors versus H2 receptor antagonist. The proton pump inhibitor is the faster healing of erosion esophagitis. Next agents are drugs like esomeprazole, dosage 40 mg daily. Dosage to 20 to 40 mg daily. Omeprazole 20 mg daily. Lansoprazole 30 mg daily. And 15 to 10 mg daily. Pantoprazole 40 mg daily, rabeprazole 20 mg daily. So these are the dose per compare the antacid. Effectiveness of medical therapy for GERD. Treatment first is lifestyle modification and antacid. So 20% response in GERD patient. Second, H2 receptor antagonist, a 50% response in GERD patient. Third is single dose proton pump inhibitor, 80% response in GERD patient. Next, increased dose of proton pump inhibitor up to 100% response in GRD patient. तो ये the effectiveness of medical therapy. Anti-reflex surgery. If the failed medical management, if the patient have preference, GRD complication, medical complication attributable to a large hiatal hernia, atypical symptom with reflex documented on 24-hour pH monitoring. So these the indication for anti-reflex surgery, medical treatment fail, patient preference, GRD complication and medical complication, large hiatal hernia and atypical symptom with reflex documented on 24-hour pH monitoring. These the indication for anti-reflex surgery. Complication: erosive esophagitis, responsible for 40 to 60% of GERD symptoms. Severity of symptom often fail to match severity of erosion esophagitis. These are the complication of GERD, erosion esophagitis, and other is esophageal stricture. Result of healing of erosive esophagitis may need dilation. The picture showing narrowing of the esophagus, they develop the structure. Second, next is Barrett esophagitis. So in this picture, columnar metaplasia of esophagus associated with the development of adenocarcinoma. This is the picture of Barrett esophagus. So different Barrett esophagus. In this condition, acid damage lining of esophagus and causes chronic esophagitis. Damage area heal in a metaplastic process, and abnormal columnar cells replace squamous cells. This specialized intestinal metaplasia can progress to dysplasia and adenocarcinoma. So this is the danger condition Barrett esophagus के. Barrett esophagus manage in same manner as a GERD. EGD every 3 years in patient without dysplasia. Every 3 years in patient without dysplasia. In patient with dysplasia, annual to short interval surveillance. Patient with dysplasia, annual to shorter interval surveillance. So this is a condition in Barrett esophagus and manage same GERD. So now the topic of GERD in short term. Thank you.